The situation in the town of Niscemi, southern Sicily, is critical following a massive landslide. The town, perched on the edge of a cliff, is now on the brink of collapse, following the collapse of the hillside due to extreme rainfall triggered by Cyclone Harry. Around 1,500 residents were forced to evacuate in just 5 minutes as the cliff in Niscemi continued to crack relentlessly. The sound of the earth cracking was heard across the town, sparking panic and prompting authorities to quickly implement an emergency evacuation. The landslide began moving on Sunday, the 1st of February 2026, before forming a 4-kilometer-long landslide. The crack in the cliff widened by the hour, raising fears that the landslide could engulf the historic town center of Niscemi. The mayor of Niscemi, Massimiliano Conti, emphasized that the situation should not be underestimated. This is a dramatic landslide. I don't want anyone to think this is a normal occurrence, he said. Although there were no casualties, dozens of homes were severely damaged and now hang precariously on the edge of the cliff. Sicily's Director General of Civil Protection, Salvatore Cosina, warned that all buildings within a 50 to 70 meter radius of the cracked cliff face are at imminent risk of collapse. Schools have been closed, while the main road connecting Niscemi with the coastal town of Gela has been completely closed for safety reasons. Niscemi, home to around 25,000 residents, is now in a state of emergency. Most residents have sought refuge with relatives, while hundreds more are spending the night in a local sports hall. It's undeniable, we're scared, Conti said, adding that the landslide has dropped another 10 meters in just one day. The situation is further complicated by ongoing rain, which is hampering rescue operations and technical surveys. Cracking sounds continue to be heard, indicating that the ground movement has not stopped. Authorities fear that Niscemi could be completely isolated if further landslides occur. The Italian government has declared a national emergency in the southern regions affected by Cyclone Harry. The storm brought relentless rain and waves up to 9 meters high, damaging roads, coastal defenses, and devastating tourist areas in Sicily, Calabria, and Sardinia. Italy's Civil Protection Minister, Nello Musumeci, stated that the government would immediately launch cross-ministerial measures for recovery and reconstruction. Losses in Sicily are estimated at €740 million, but Sicilian President Renato Schifani warned that the figure could double as the disaster progresses. Amid the crisis, geologists and climatologists issued a stark warning. Analysis showed that the water-saturated clay layer had lost its binding strength, while microcracks were rapidly developing into large fractures. This is not a simple landslide, but a gradual collapse process that could turn into a complete collapse at any moment, the experts said. Italy's National Environmental Research Agency emphasized that any additional rainfall, no matter how small, could trigger further, larger landslides. Ground sensor data and satellite imagery indicated that ground movement was still active and accelerating, expanding the danger zone beyond the initial evacuation limits. Authorities activated the emergency alert system throughout the town of Niscemi. Emergency alerts were sent directly to residents' mobile phones, ordering them to immediately leave the vulnerable area without waiting for further instructions. Emergency sirens were activated, and authorities were deployed to prevent residents from returning to homes that had been declared uninhabitable. Scientists assert that what happened in Niscemi is a stark warning for other Mediterranean cities perched on fragile slopes. The combination of extreme rainfall, climate change, and geological pressure is being called a new recipe for disaster. Niscemi is a stark warning, one researcher said, and the world must not ignore it.